Peace Collective. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. How are you doing? Thank you guys so much for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. However, we're going to get into another deep dive today. Oh, baby, this topic has been all over the Twitter streets, Instagram streets, YouTube streets, okay? As you can tell by the title, we're going to look more into the energy around Drake and his issue, his lawsuit with UMG, okay, Universal Music Group. If you guys are interested in readings that look more into celebrity culture, music, entertainment industry, I've got an entire playlist. It's already curated. It's called the Deep Dive Series, and that's where you can find more readings just like this if that's your speed. I have love readings on this channel. I also offer personal readings. If you guys are interested in personal readings, don't be shy. Let me know. All that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only, you guys. Everything in this reading is alleged until proven otherwise. Please just take what I say with a grain of salt, okay? If you guys don't like what I'm saying, this is not your speed, it's okay to just click off the video. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of other readings on this channel that will suit your liking if this is not the one, okay? This is not a fan page. This is not a stan page. None of that shit. So if you're going to get in the comments, please keep it respectful and keep it objective, okay? I'm not with the whole getting all in your feelings, getting all emotional about people we don't even fucking know, okay? This is not the channel for that, all right? Just keep it respectful with me and with other people that get in the comments if you can help it. That's all I ask, okay? This is not a personal reading. You do not know these people personally, all right? If you guys like this style of reading, definitely leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free. Subscribe. Let me know what you know. I love interacting with you guys, all right? But just a couple of quick things before we get into this. Well, I have a King of Cups that's going to be representing Drake, being that he's a Scorpio. I looked into Drake's birth chart and he's got a lot of water placements. He's a Scorpio sun and a Cancer moon. So, oh yeah. People are really trying to say his ego is not bruised or his feelings are not hurt. That could not be further from the truth. I'm not saying that's the only reason why he's doing what he's doing, okay? But yes, no, his ego is definitely very much hurt. And I believe his rising sign, his ascendant is Leo, okay? Leo energy, especially when you're negatively aspected, can be very egotistical, on my high horse all the time. Everything is all about me, me, me. So it does not surprise me at all, okay? Like his ego, his feelings being a little bit butthurt because of how everything has kind of went down after the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, pretty much that lasted damn near all summer, it seems like, okay? So yeah, I got a King of Cups for him, and then I've got a Hierophant that's going to just represent UMG. Lucian Grange, okay, Lucian Grange is the label head over there at UMG. He is the big boss daddy, if you think about it that way, okay? He's an Aries, I believe, but I just wanted to use the Hierophant just to represent the powers that be, the structures in place, all right, just as an overall card for UMG as a whole. But a couple of things I want to point out before I get into this reading. So it's technically not a lawsuit. It is a petition for a lawsuit. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it can't grow into a lawsuit, right? But this is just Drake putting the word out there and trying to get the evidence that he needs from UMG, Spotify, or iHeartRadio to basically prove his case to move forward with a lawsuit. Now, it seems like he's trying to get back at UMG for quote unquote defamation, okay? Because in his claims, he feels like UMG could have or should have done more to prevent Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song from being greenlit, essentially. Now, we know Kendrick Lamar is not technically signed to UMG as a label, but he does use them for his distribution. Okay, he's technically, I want to say, independent. Okay, he releases music through PG Lang, which is his own thing. But still, he has distribution through UMG. So if you ever hear Kendrick Lamar's music, like on sports games and commercials, TV, that's by way of UMG. The playlisting, that's by way of UMG. Okay, but they can't control or tell him what he can and cannot say in the music, technically, right? Kendrick has got a lot more control creatively than Drake does. Okay, Drake had signed damn near a $400 million deal. I want to say maybe 2021, 2022. Okay, now did he pay his label back yet? Probably so. I would assume so. He did a tour. I think that It's All a Blur tour made like over 300 million. Plus he dropped like 2 or 3 projects. So I can imagine he's paid his label back by now. He's been in negotiations with them for how long? I don't exactly know how long he's been in negotiations with UMG, but it seems like he's trying to get a bigger deal. And according to Drake, he feels as though the label promoted Kendrick Lamar more than they, needed to, or more than they should have, specifically to diminish Drake's image, diminish his character, so they won't have to pay him as much money or pay him anymore. Think about it. You did a $400 million deal. You paid your money back. You dropped your project. You did what you had to do. Now you can come back to the negotiation table. He's probably maybe looking for 5, 6, 700 million. Now the label, they probably don't want to pay him that much. I get it. I get that point. But it does not negate the possibility, the very strong possibility that yes, his ego and his feelings were hurt. Because personally, outside of the reading, I feel like if this was just about you and the label and them trying to snake you out of money, or the label not wanting to pay you more, the negotiations not going right, then why didn't you just sue them for that? What does defamation have to do, or I should say, what does the Not Like Us song have to do with the label not wanting to pay you anything? You know what I'm saying? Or pay you more money, I should say, excuse me. Now, what about Euphoria or Meet the Grams? People loved Euphoria. People loved Meet the Grams. They liked all of the releases that Kendrick dropped. So why just specifically about Not Like Us? I get the whole certified PDF file thing. I get it. But it looks funny optically, especially in, the culture, the hip hop scene. It looks crazy, okay? To kind of base the lawsuit around Not Like Us and then try to rope the label into it. So it seems like he's trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, but my thing is like, if this was this much of a problem with your label, I'm more than sure you were in negotiations with your label before November when this whole petition came out. I'm pretty sure you were in negotiations with your label before Not Like Us came out. So I can't imagine it was just because of that, especially with the timing of it all. If you had that much of a problem with your label, Drake, you should have took them to court a long time ago. If you felt like they were trying to, not pay you what you feel like you are worth. That's my only thing that makes me kind of raise my eyebrows a little bit. And the timing of it is very fucking strange. It's very weird. And on top of that, trying to sue for them using quote unquote illegal practices such as playlisting, payola, using bots. There are plenty of Drake songs that I've heard over and over and over again that pop up on my Pandora or my YouTube that I didn't want to pop up, that I wasn't looking for over the years. So are you suing for the same things that you've benefited from as well, Drake? And another thing that's killing me, as somebody who is a fan of Kendrick, and I do enjoy Drake's music, maybe not as much because it doesn't have as much substance for me personally, but no, I can't sit here and act like Drake isn't like the biggest thing in the world. But if Drake, if you are the biggest thing since sliced fucking bread, right? Why isn't your music hitting the same? You tried to drop song after song. You dropped that 100 gigs project. UMG snuck in and took that shit right back, right? But my point is, you did release music after the whole Kendrick and Drake beef. So if you are the hottest thing since sliced bread, Drake, why didn't your music sell like that? Or why isn't your shit on Billboard? Why isn't your shit going #1 if you are the end all be all? I really, really hope that makes sense. It just kind of looks a little funny, you know. It looks a little funny. But let's get into this. I'm sorry for my elongated spiel, okay? Again, this is not a fan page or a stan page. I can give a fuck less about these people for real, for real. But I'm a music fan. I do love music, okay? And Drake has given us a lot of fucking bops over the years, you know? And he's very versatile with the music. But I don't think it's right to try to undermine the label. Okay, again, your boss daddy, UMG, when you've probably benefited from the same tactics you're suing them for. That doesn't look right. And again, to rope in Not Like Us when that probably wasn't really the only thing that could have hurt your career, Drake. Like, come on now. I'm pretty sure if these people were trying to snake you, they would have been trying to snake you before Not Like Us came out. You know, and I can say I appreciate him not suing Kendrick Lamar directly. He probably could have, but he's not, you know. But I do feel like that was very calculated. I feel like he knew not to sue Kendrick Lamar directly because, again, it's killing two birds with one stone. And he knew that would have looked even worse. That would have looked even crazier, just trying to sue Kendrick Lamar and not throwing the label in there. Right? So we'll see how this blows over for him, but let's get started. If somebody wants to timestamp this reading, please feel free, okay? We're going to start with a couple oracle cards first. Then we'll dive into the tarot a little bit later to clarify, you guys. All right, we're going to start with Drake's portion. We're just going to get his energy right now in regards to UMG, how he may feel about his record deal right now, how he feels about signing back with the label, and this whole petition that's going around. All right, let's see. So please give us some clear and concise messages regarding Drake's energy and how he feels when it comes to UMG, please. Your energy around Drake and this lawsuit with UMG. Twin flames. Okay, this card says yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, and complement each other. So, you know, obviously, like, it's not a twin flame relationship, right? But your yin and yang, your balance, union, complementing each other. It's like him and the label, him and UMG were supposed to be like yin and yang, like, you know, the moon to my sun, the black to my white, the up to my down. Like, that was supposed to be your hand and cheek, it seems like. Or at least that's what he thought it was. I'm hearing he thought shit was sweet. Okay, like, this is still a business at the end of the day, Drake. Like, these are not your friends. These are not your family members. No matter how long you've been over there, it's about business. And it seems like he thought he had more of a friend or more of a, like, relationship here. And it's really not like that. It's kind of what I'm getting here, you know? Why is this energy here, please? Clock just flipped over. Okay, it says need time, takes time, cycles, time to heal, and progress. It tried to come out in the reverse though when the card flipped over, so it's kind of feeling like his time is up with UMG, or he wants to get out of that contract with them, or he's like he knows his time has kind of run out when it comes to working with UMG, which is fair, again, because it's like if they really are purposely trying to manipulate things to not pay you more, I get it. But my problem with this is, if you are, again, the hottest thing since sliced bread, you're Drake, you should be able to sell #1 records with no problem, with or without the label. And my thing is too, is like, if you are the label's, you know, money maker, you are the breadwinner there at UMG, why would they try to diminish your character? And because essentially if they hurt you, that's hurting them monetarily. Does that make sense, guys? And again, I get it. They probably just don't want to pay him more money. But if he has a proven track record of paying the label back and he's able to make the money, then why wouldn't they have given it to him? You know, they probably just don't want him to get too big for his britches. He probably already has gotten a little too big for his britches as far as the inflated ego goes, okay? Because I get like a very arrogant type of personality with Drake, and I've tapped into his energy a couple of times, okay? So just how the label is doing him, trying to snake people, he's done the same to other people. So it's like he's turned into the person who he's trying to sue, or he's turning into the people that he's trying to speak up against, you know? Because he's done the same type of shady pulling out of contracts and whatnot very last minute with multiple people. So he's not some martyr that gives a fuck about new artists or people using bots and payola. He's not some fucking martyr who gives a damn that much. People at, you know, at these companies losing their job, he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't care for real. You know, not to say he's some terrible person, but he doesn't give a fuck, okay? It was never about the people at UMG losing their jobs or newer artists having to suffer because of bots and payola, they'll never make it. No, it had nothing to do with that with Drake. No. You have a girl with the snake here. It says empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable and boundaries. So yeah, he feels, I mean, Drake, I don't even really feel bad for you, because it's like you feel used, you feel charmed, you feel like they're creating boundaries around you. I mean, Drake, you are still on the plantation. You are not a plantation owner. If you want to get off the plantation, then go buy a plantation and be the plantation owner. And by plantation, I mean the record deal, the slave deal that they put artists in. But it's like, this is kind of what you get for literally selling your soul to the highest bidder. And now he feels like these people are over and done with him, his time is up, and that they're creating boundaries around him, or creating boundaries so he can't get past a certain threshold here, is what it seems like. And again, this is from his perspective. Now he feels used or charmed, or like they're snaking him. But again, it kind of feels like, the plantation worker got too close to the plantation owners, thinking he could be one, and then it's like, psych, bitch, you're not one of us. You still work on the plantation. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying, guys? It's really unfortunate that it's even like that. It really, really is. But my thing is, it's like, Drake, like, if you really wanted to be a label head, or create your own, you could have been did that. OVO is a big thing. So if you wanted to do more with that, then you could have. Don't be mad now because your boss daddy doesn't want to pay you more money, because that will essentially kind of almost make you, again, like, close to the plantation owner versus being a worker on the plantation. No, when you sign these deals, no matter how much money they're worth, you are still a plantation worker, Drake. And I think he kind of got like lost in the sauce with that, is what I'm getting here. But I digress. Let's go to UMG and Lucian. Let's see what's going on with them and their energy here when it comes to Drake. Some concise messages. What is energy around UMG and their feelings about Drake, please? What is this? The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Yeah, so it's like Drake felt like they were more buddy, like, these are my people. Oh, I make them so much money. They love me. They're going to do whatever I want. And you've got UMG over here like, no, like, you feel that way, but we don't feel that way. Like, it could have been fucking SpongeBob SquarePants that we signed for $400 million. If somebody's going to recoup our money back and keep making us money, we will, yeah. But it's not just about you, Drake. So it's like they're viewing him as someone who's a little narcissistic or self-absorbed, allegedly. Okay, allegedly. You have the Phoenix here. It says new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So again, this is kind of going back to UMG allegedly, according to Drake, not wanting to pay him more money. But it's coming out here with this card saying, again, new phase to rekindle or renew something. It's like they want to renew the contract or the relationship with him. But he may just be asking for too much money, more than they're willing to give him, especially with how things played out with this whole Kendrick Lamar Drake thing, you know? Even before Not Like Us came out, people were fucking with the Like That record with Metro and Future. People were fucking with Euphoria. People were fucking with Meet the Grams. They genuinely liked the music before Not Like Us came out. So it's like, it seems like UMG may have been trying to really assess the situation to see whether or not it would be worth renewing it for as much as he wanted, you know? And even before this whole beef and all that stuff, like what album did Drake drop? Was it Scary Hours and For All the Dogs? Like, were those, I didn't buy those albums, so were those albums doing well, or were they just not hitting the same? Again, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know the last like really, really big Drake hit that I've really heard or have like found myself replaying over and over again. So if those albums, again, that came out before the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, if they weren't doing too well or they weren't hitting the same the way that Drake usually produces, then why would they give you more, 3-4 times as much money? I'm getting they do want to rekindle and renew the relationship with him, but not for as much as he wants. So it's not like they just want to toss him to the side like a bag full of dog shit. It's not that. They've actually valued the relationship with him, but you're not going to get too big for your britches, for one. And two, it's giving like the shit has not hit the same in a while. It's like they're taking all that into account, again, before the whole Not Like Us record dropped, because that was just a few months ago. At the time of this recording, it's November 27th. That record came out in May. 6 months ago. So you mean to tell me, Drake, you are only in negotiations with your label for the last 6 months, and Not Like Us is the reason why they don't want to get... No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I feel like they've been wanting to renew the relationship with him. He just wasn't hearing the number he wanted to hear. Okay? Let me get one more of these, please. And so now it's, they push Not Like Us too much to purposely devalue my name and my brand. When it's like, okay, was the music before that not hitting the same? That's kind of what I'm getting here, You have date here. It says meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan and set a date. Just talking, interested. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have talking here and then date, this talking card. It says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrived. So it's like they were already in talks. Okay, let's move forward. Let's move on. I'm going to use a different oracle deck really quick. We're going to hop back to Drake really fast. Yeah, and I'm getting with this meeting someone new card, planning and set a date. It's like they could be waiting for Drake to I should say it like this, right? Because the petition is trying to get evidence submitted from UMG, iHeartRadio, Spotify to prove Drake's point so they could take it to court and basically like open up a discovery. But Drake has to be careful because opening up a discovery like that, you could potentially be on the other end of that stick where, okay, well, Drake, bots, payola, playlisting, were you ever benefiting from this? You know what I mean? And like with meeting someone new, it's like, I feel like they don't feel, or whoever this label head is, okay, Lucian, UMG, the executives over there, they could feel like they're not dealing with the same Drake that they were maybe 10, 12 years ago. Obviously, people grow and they change, they evolve, but it's giving like, oh, wow, okay, what is that song? I'm hearing Rihanna. I'm in love with the monster that's under my bed. What song is that? I think that's Eminem and Rihanna. I don't even know if that's the right lyrics, but I'm hearing that. Something about being in love with the monster under my bed. So it's like they could view Drake as someone who has gotten like a little bit out of control. Again, it's like you're not dealing with the same person. Now all of a sudden you're dealing with like someone who's turned into some type of monster, like a money monster or something. Very interesting. But let's go back to Drake. I'm going to use the Panther Oracle for him. This is making any sense to you guys? Definitely let me know. Okay, leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free. Let's see. How does Drake feel when it comes to this lawsuit in UMG, please? What's going on, Drake? How does he feel? This lawsuit in UMG, please. Perseverance, and you have conflict at the bottom. Okay, this conflict card says difference, disputation, and quarrel. Yeah, he is going at it with the label. He's feeling a little stressed out. He feels like they're trying to trap him. But this perseverance card, the number 7 is on top. It says challenge, endurance, and resolution. Yeah, so he could feel like he's been trying to overcome a lot of hurdles with them. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is giving like way before Not Like Us. It's just like he's been trying to jump over hurdles with them for a while. So it's just kind of, again, the timing is very weird. It's like, why even throw Not Like Us in the mix? Because you've been having a problem with the label before that, it seems like. Again, it just kind of gives killing two birds with one stone. Like, you know, I can try to undermine and make it seem like people didn't really fuck with that Not Like Us record for real. It was all fake. It was all bots, you know. And I'm going to expose the label for that. And because I'm exposing them, it's going to force them to give me the money I want or settle out in court. Now, will a settlement be as much as $600, $700, $800 million? I don't fucking know. I don't know, because I believe Drake already owns his copyrights and all of that. But I don't know, because if they settle out with you in court, Drake, it's going to be a very, very sad day for you. I'm telling you that right now. Like, you're trying to bite a hand that's too fucking big, it seems like. You're trying to bite more than you can chew. Like, it's like your eyes are bigger than your stomach. That's kind of what I'm getting here with Drake. It's like his eyes are bigger than his stomach. You know? But he's been trying to jump over hurdles with these people for a while, it seems like. Not just the last 6 months. You know what I mean? You have libation here. It says donation, pray, and religion. Give me one more, please. Yeah, you have robbery here at the bottom. He feels robbed by these people. Exploitation and caution and unfairness. And I forgot where I read this. I don't know if it was in the video, in like the petition breakdown I was watching, but I read something about Drake saying, oh, if he was Taylor Swift, then the label would have protected him. They wouldn't have greenlit the record if he was a Taylor Swift. I'm like, Drake, what? Why are you kind of trying to compare yourself to a blonde, blue-haired white girl that makes pop music for little kids? Like, that is not the same at all. Not the same. You know, I get what you're saying, but no, you're not America's, you're not the sweetheart, okay? You're not America's fucking sweetheart, the way that they view Taylor Swift. I don't even listen to Taylor Swift whatsoever, but the way that these labels view her and prop her up, they weren't gonna do that with you, Drake. And it's crazy because they've already kind of like propped you up. You're the biggest rap star in the world. Like, damn, like, what else do you want? You know what I mean? If you want to own some shit, go ahead and own some shit. But it just seems like you just bit off way more than you can chew, and you're trying to bite the hand that's been feeding you for this long. And if they have anything on you, Drake, anything on you, any videos, anything they can hang over your head, if you settle out in court, they're going to give you the Diddy special. I can guarantee you right now. I'm not saying he's going to go sit in a jail somewhere, but no, they will make you look even worse than you're trying to make them look. Okay? Saving. Okay, you have preservation, collection, and means. It's like there's two people collecting coins on this card. Yeah, so he feels like he's poured a lot into these people with this libation card and saving. He feels like he's poured a lot into UMG, you know. Again, you know, get this triumph. He's like the head honcho, the main breadwinner there, so he should have everything, you know. Yeah, he feels like he's lining their pockets, you know. And UMG is a very big conglomerate. Like, they've got a lot of people under their wings. So it's not like, you know, Drake, you're not the only person making them money. So grant, yes, you are a very major player in the money they make, yes, but you're not the only person making them money either. That's what I'm saying. It's a business. They are not your friends. They're not trying to save you just because you've been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It would be a very huge loss to UMG if they got rid of Drake, yes. But at the same time, again, he's not the only moneymaker there, like, at all. So, and especially, again, if he's getting a little too big for his britches, thinking he runs shit or whatever because of his connections or because of the money he does have, UMG, they don't like that. They don't like that, you know? Again, you're not going to try to play the plantation owner when you work on the plantation. Okay, you got eternal love here coming out for UMG. It says eternity, consistency, and soulmates. Again, they really do want to like keep this connection with Drake. It seems like, but they will not be played. They won't be made a fool of. I know that damn much. Okay, so I'm hearing it's like you can either get with it or get lost, is what I'm hearing from them. It's kind of mean, you know, get with it or get lost, but eternal love, that's like something that's supposed to last a very, very long time. And it's kind of also giving like, no, like, unless you know, if you don't stick over here with us, you know, go ahead, do your own thing, that's fine, but you're not going to get that type of money that we gave you anywhere else. That's for damn sure. You know, you want to try to go to, because again, there's really only Warner, UMG, and I think Sony. So it's like, you go anywhere the fuck else, they're not going to give you as much as we do, you know? But it's like, okay, and again, that goes back to my point I was saying way earlier. It's like, if you are Drake, again, you're supposed to be the hottest thing since sliced bread. You just, you know, you're the end-all, be-all. Everybody loves Drake. Then you don't need the label. You should be able to just drop whenever you feel like. Drop whatever you feel like, and it should always do great. Right? That's the argument, right? Drake is the end-all, be-all. He's the best of the best, right? The bread and butter. So if that's how it is, then Not Like Us should not have hurt you that bad. The label trying to snake you out of money should not be hurting you that bad. Your music not doing that well is not Kendrick's fault. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're fucking Drake, anything you put out should be able to sell. Okay, it's like the same thing you would expect from like a Beyonce or a Rihanna. Anything they put their name on, anything they put out, it should sell, no problem. So what's the disconnect, Drake? Is it really the label? Is it really fucking the Not Like Us song or what? You know what I mean? And he hasn't, again, I do enjoy Drake's music, but it hasn't necessarily grown. There really is no substance there, or like genuine, real substance. I'm not saying I expect fucking, you know, conscious music from Drake. I don't expect that. The same way I don't expect lyricism from an Ice Spice or fucking Sexy Red or a Glow. No. You don't expect conscious music, spiritually inclined music from Drake. No, but you're fucking damn near 40, bro. You've been all over the world. Like, what else is there that you have to offer in your music? That's the only thing that drives me crazy about Drake. You know, not to say that it's bad. It's just, it has no growth. Anyway, let's continue. Protest. Oh boy. It says inadequacy, sue, and attention. Oh boy. They could try to countersue you, Drake. Protest. They are like very upset. They're very angry about this going on. And you have homeless here. Drake, I'm telling you. Failure, castaway, poor. Drake. They're very upset about this, and that's again, I really feel like he could have done this in a different way, or could have played it differently. But it's like, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if once this whole suit thing is kind of gotten to a certain place, either in the midst of the suit or afterwards, if it gets that far, okay, it wouldn't surprise me if you start seeing smear campaigns about Drake, the same way they do again with like Prince, Michael Jackson, DMX. You know, you get a little too big for your britches, or you start speaking up too damn much, they will make you look like a crazy person or a druggie, or in this case, you know, the PDF file stuff. They may try to chop and screw and whatever shit they have over Drake's head. Because you know these people like to blackmail, right? They will absolutely blackmail you, Drake. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. And I really don't want that. I don't want that. Again, I don't really give a damn about these people on a personal level, but I wouldn't want to see that, you know. It would be like, damn, guess Drake was right. You know what I mean? And it would be really unfortunate to see him go from, again, the top of the totem pole to the bottom, okay, or made out to be this horrible bad person because the media games and blackmail tactics that these labels like to play. You know? And I compared him to Diddy because Diddy was, you know, on his high horse, doing the rah-rah shit, wild boy, all these years, you know, and he ended up suing the liquor company, Diageo. Now, they gave him the settlement. Sure, get your money, get your lawsuit, fine, take the settlement, whatever. Months later, here comes the Cassie lawsuit. Boom, the Cassie video drops after that. Like, it's not for no reason. Like, you mess with the wrong people, or you try to come up against the wrong people. Again, the people that are feeding you, you're biting the hand that feeds you, they are going to absolutely bite back twice as hard. So, Drake, if you get this settlement and they settle out of court because they don't want their name attached to any of this shit, it is going to be a sad day for the Drake fans. I'm telling you that right now. As someone, again, who likes Drake, it's just like, damn, it's going to be really sad to see. You know? Why is this here? Let's see, I'm just going to take one of these. Schedule is here. Okay, the number 76. It says management, plan, and organize. And again, I've seen another thing about clock or chasing time. It's like it's only a matter of time. You know? And I'm also getting from this, yes, I do feel like Drake is trying to get more money, but it seems like he could be trying, or at least from the eyes of UMG, okay, the label, they could feel like Drake is doing all of this to try to get out of his contract, to not work with them anymore, when they do want to work with him still. But they just don't want to give him as much as he's asking for. Okay, so it's like he's trying to get his way out of the deal through a lawsuit or through the courts, you know. Look at this. You got Fury at the bottom. I'm telling you, they are pissed. They don't like this. They don't like this. Offense, madness, and unpleasantness. And again, I don't agree with that tactic. If they really are, you know, trying to diminish his value or his character through the way of music and by using artists such as Kendrick Lamar as a pawn, without Kendrick Lamar really even noticing or being in that type of plot. It could have been SpongeBob SquarePants, who dropped a hit record against Drake. It could have been anybody. The label was going to green light it anyway. You know, because this is money for the label from both parties. So it didn't matter who it was or who it was about. They are making money on both ends, essentially. So again, Drake, this is business. It's not personal. It's business. It's kind of what I'm getting here for the most part. But I do feel like UMG feels like, allegedly, that he's doing this to get out of his deal and get out of a contract so he won't have to work with them ever again. Okay, well, let's continue. Okay, we're going to use What's the Tea really quick. I'm going to get a couple of these because I want to get into the tarot. Let's see. What's going on with Drake, or what is his energy around this lawsuit and UMG, please? Okay, but I will say I do feel like Drake has been kind of having a hard time with the label just in general. But it's kind of giving me like spoiled brat energy. It's like, Drake, because you didn't get what you wanted, it's fuck everybody. It's, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna take this to court then. And I get it, go get your money, Drake, but again, it's giving like spoiled brat in a way. Like, well, you're supposed to be my friends, I thought we were all cool, I make you guys a lot of money, you should give me whatever I want. When you know. Unfortunately. Maybe you have screenshot here, it says getting evidence, proof, and facts. So that's why I said earlier, like, this whole petition thing, it's not the official lawsuit. Just think of it as like a pre-lawsuit, again, to try to like open up discovery here and get the evidence he needs. Because even in the paperwork, like, he didn't have any specific names of people or how much money was sent from these labels to specific people. He didn't have any names or numbers or anything. He's just speculating, and he wants to try to get the evidence of that handed over, basically. But you see the screenshot card that has nothing on it, it's just blank. So that could either mean like there is no evidence for real, allegedly, or it's just they're going to make it very, very hard for the courts to get it. Like, they may not even go that far. They may just try to settle out of court, and maybe that's why it's coming out as blank. Getting evidence, proof, or facts when it's blank. So again, it's like, Drake, you didn't have, you speculated, you assumed the worst, but you don't have all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted. Like, if you're going to accuse people of that type of stuff, you need to have everything in order, you know? Now, I don't think his team, his legal team, would have even moved forward with the petition if they didn't think they had enough proof to stockpile. But it's kind of giving like, again, even in the petition, he didn't have any specific names or dollar amounts of people who got paid to play the Not Like Us song or anything like that. So he's just hoping and praying that they just give it up and hand it over. But I don't think it's going to work like that. Okay, why is this here, please? What is this? Same shit, different day. Yeah, so he's been going through it. He's been going through it for a little while with the label. Okay, this is not anything new. This card here says wasting time. It says stuck, no changes, limited. So he feels like they're really trying to like limit him. Yeah, they're trying to keep him like at a particular frequency, it seems like. Let's see, why is this here? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not just the last 6 months, okay? Like, you can't make this lawsuit all about Not Like Us and bots and all that. That's why they don't want to pay you, when it's like they probably didn't want to pay you what you were asking for before Not Like Us came out. Like, what does it have to do with anything? With your problem with the label, Drake? I get it. Again, like, okay, the certified PDF file thing. Okay, but if that's the case, you don't like what he said, then sue Kendrick Lamar, because UMG didn't write the fucking lyrics. And it's not their job to protect you like, you know, like some fucking sad puppy in the corner, Drake. That's not their fucking job. You know. Why is this here? Yeah, legal issues is showing up. Okay, you have groupie here. That's what I'm saying. It's like he knows they want to work with him again. He thinks that's a groupie, that's like a fan or somebody who watches you. They're really interested in you. They follow your pages. Like, he knows that UMG and Lucian, they want to work with him again. But he's being, I'm hearing the word stubborn. It's like he's being stubborn but I get it. You know, Drake, I get it. He's like, again, one of the biggest in the world. I understand. Go after that money, honey. I get it. But at the same time, with UMG, it's like, if you don't want to get with it, then get lost. Simple as that. Pay us our money that you owe us and go ahead and go on. Go on about your day. We would love to work with you, but if you can't compromise, then that's too bad. It's kind of what I'm getting here, you know. But I get it, Drake. You know, you want to try to get all your coins. I totally understand. I get it. Let's go to UMG really quick with the same deck. If this is making any sense to y'all, then leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free, okay? See, why is this here, please? Yeah, wants you back. You have wants you back. I told you. It's like they don't mind working with you again, Drake. So it's not like they're trying to snake you out or they're trying to get rid of you again like a stray animal. It's just You weren't getting what you wanted, exactly how you wanted it, so now it's a problem. Okay, look at this. No facts. It says never has the facts, makes shit up and lies. Okay, why is this here? That's what I was saying. It's like you got the blank screenshot card, getting evidence proof. Where is it at? Because there's nothing on the phone. And you have no facts. Never has the facts, makes shit up and lies. I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Budden for real, but I don't think he was lying when he said that Drake can be like like a manipulative liar. Didn't Kendrick call him that too on the song? A master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. And what did I say earlier, guys? You guys can refer back to any Drake reading I've done. It's always showing up that he has snaked somebody out of a deal, or he, promised somebody something. The contract paper was already signed and he pulls out. I have done at least 3 or 4 readings about Drake with that same energy from him, or taking other guys' girls. Never fails. Never fails. So no, Joe wasn't lying. He can be a manipulative liar. Okay, but that's why I'm saying I think he's using this case as petition to kind of scare them a little bit. And you see how it wasn't like a formal lawsuit; it was just a petition. Because if he had all of his T's crossed and all of his I's dotted and all the proof he needed, it would have been a formal lawsuit, not just a fucking petition. Or he would have taken them to court a long fucking time ago if it was just about the money being funny. Okay. Too Busy Winning is here with the trophy. So yeah, they know that Drake is again like they're one of their top earners, the bread and butter over there, damn near. But it's like you're not going to. I keep getting like you're not going to try to like win this by trying to like undermine us or do things in an underhanded way. Now, again, is it kind of shady to try to like purposely diminish somebody's character because you don't want to pay them as much? Absolutely, that's wrong. But I don't think that's really what's going on here for real. Do labels do shady shit? Yes, they do. Absolutely. They sure fucking do. But at the same time, it's like, if you know Drake is your bread and butter, your biggest earner there, why would you want to like diminish purposely your biggest earner? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just seems very odd to me. Very odd. And again, I do feel like Drake, it's weird because you have absolutely benefited from the same quote unquote illegal shady business practices that you are trying to sue them for. So it's like when you expose them, you'd be kind of exposing yourself. And again, Drake, if you are the hottest thing since sliced fucking bread and you're accepted in all types of markets, okay, whatever accent you decide to put on, you're good, right? Why isn't your shit hitting the same? No matter what the fuck Kendrick said, you're Drake. Your shit should hit always. You know what I'm saying, guys? I really hope that makes sense. Again, at least that's how he's portraying himself. Or how the label even looks at him. It's like, you're Drake. No matter what goes on, no matter what anybody else says about you, you are always going to be Drake. Was it disparaging? Yeah. Was it not the nicest thing to say? No, it wasn't, Kendrick. We know that, okay? But at the same time, that means Kendrick should sue you and the label as well for putting it out there that he's a wife beater and that his wife was a floozy and had a baby on him. If that's you know what I'm saying, we got to play it fair on both sides. If we're gonna do this the legal route, Drake. Okay. I'm not calling him out. I'm not calling him any names, saying he's wrong. None of that. It's just how he's going about it seems very ridiculous to me. And again, it's like it's bruised ego mixed with, yeah, the label doesn't want to pay you as much, and he's acting like a spoiled brat is what I'm getting in this energy right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Because it seems like the label definitely tried to offer him some good money, but just not as much as he wanted, you know? And if that's how you feel, Drake, then you need to separate yourself and pay them their money back and do your own thing, go independent maybe. Simple as that, you know? Why is this here for Drake, please? You got the Emperor. Emperor and the Empress. So again, you know, these big label heads here showing up. And again, I said that earlier. I think Lucian Grange is an Aries. The Emperor card is Aries energy. Okay, you got the Three of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So he just really feels like they're trying to block him from future endeavors and other opportunities here. Kind of like spreading his wings, okay? Three of Wands to talk about expanding your horizons, waiting for your ships to come in, okay? An energy of patience, traveling. Okay, if not just, again, broadening your horizons or like doing business, working overseas, being a merchant overseas or something, okay? Then you got the Emperor here, again, that could be like the label heads, the people in charge, you know? Nine of Wands, that's another perseverance card, someone who doesn't give up. It's giving me, he's viewing UMG as the people who won't let up. But he's not going to tell you that publicly, though. Again, he's making it seem like they just don't want to pay him. They don't want to pay me. They don't want to pay me. But it's like, no, Drake, they're trying. Like, they've tried with you, it seems like. Again, Nine of Wands is perseverance. You get knocked down 9 times, you get up 10. You keep trying, you keep trying. So it's giving like they try with you over and over and over again, but you just turned your back on them because you weren't getting what you wanted. And again, I wouldn't tell anybody to settle for less. Don't settle. Absolutely not. Especially if you know how much you're worth, Drake. Don't fucking settle. But also, don't try to make it seem like these people are just trying to snake you and they haven't been trying to pay you, or they didn't want to renegotiate with you. Don't do that, you know. And again, he's not going to tell the public that part, though. He's not going to tell the public that part. Okay, why is this here? Two of Swords is showing up. Okay, again, another blockage energy. This can also be talking about denial, not seeing things clearly, not seeing things for what they really are. Not making a move at all. You know, when you get into that stalemate energy, overthinking, overanalyzing, it's like you don't make a move whatsoever. So I definitely see like right now, like the negotiations are at a complete stalemate. Like nobody has made a move from wherever the last place was that they've tried to negotiate things. It hasn't changed at all with this Two of Swords. And again, Drake, it's like... It's like they're not going... Okay, that's the thing too about selling your soul, right? If you wanted to be the head honcho of something or over somebody, then you should not have sold your soul to the highest fucking bidder. Simple as that. Like, you're literally fucking Drake. Like, you didn't have to keep signing with them over and over and over again. You didn't have to do that. You know, because again, this last deal... for 400 million, that was literally just 2021, if not 2022. Okay, I want to say between 2021 and 2022. So it's like if you can sign a $400 million deal, you went on tour, made 300 million, you dropped a couple projects. If you can recoup that money back, then yeah. You know, but it's just giving like they don't want to give him as much as he's asking for. It doesn't mean it's not deserved. It's just, if you want to be a plantation owner, then go do that. But you're not going to do that over here with us. You're not one of us, literally. You know, is what I'm getting from like UMG's end. You can be Jewish all day you want, Drake, but you're still not one of them. You're still not going to be one of them unless you, again, you detach yourself from them. Take a step back, take a break, and come back and let the people miss you a little bit here, you know? Why is he here? But he has definitely faced some hurdles when it comes to dealing with UMG. This is not just as of this year. This is old. Okay, the World card. Yeah, it looks like he's stuck in between continuing with them or just completely ending the cycle. And it seems like he's come out of that type of stalemate decision mode and was like, you know what, fuck it, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out with a bang and close this cycle and close this chapter out with a fucking lawsuit. Let's just do it, you know. And again, I really do feel like this is his way of trying to get out of the label. Not so much the label not wanting to sign him again, it's him not wanting to work with them. When he's trying to like go out with a bang here or something, or go out while exposing them at the same time, but it's not going to work that way because it's like you've benefited from the same tactics you're trying to sue them for. So it's just like, I'm hearing the word convoluted. It's very convoluted here, you know. Why is this energy here, please? And the World card is like accomplishing a goal or ending a cycle, you know. Why is it here? Oops. Queen of Cups, Page of Wands. Okay, you have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, yeah, you know, you're still very fucking wealthy. You got a lot of money, Drake, but it's like they didn't want to give you what you were looking for with this Ten of Pentacles. It's like he finally realized that after, I guess, however many months of negotiation, okay? Because this is definitely stemming from before Not Like Us. It's so weird because he really genuinely feels like the label like sided or picked Kendrick over him. But why would they do that when they make more money off of you, Drake, than they do a Kendrick Lamar? Like, why would they want to push you to the side and side with Kendrick just because of this one moment when you've been making gazillions of dollars for them for years? That doesn't make sense. Business-wise, that doesn't make sense. They're not going to let go of something that has longevity to get on the bandwagon of a Kendrick Lamar because of this one moment. You know what I'm saying? But he really genuinely feels like that, is what I'm getting here. The Death card, Scorpio energy. You have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups sometimes can be like someone who's emotionally manipulative. I'm not even going to lie. You know, and he knows that the label, they love working with him, but at the same time, they feel like they're dealing with somebody who's not who he was maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Like the energy is different. And it's just giving me like someone who turned out to be a monster, low key. You have Page of Wands here. That can talk about good news, good information, or maybe someone who's like a little immature as well. The Death card is endings, transformations, ego death. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like his ego is way out of control. Way out of control. Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups. It's like the Queen of Cups can be like a sidekick or an intuitive, someone who's like very in touch with their feelings. And it's so funny because I would expected the King of Cups to show up, but like you're coming out as the Queen of Cups. It's so funny because I was doing a panel with Miss Angel. Shout out to you, Miss Angel. But we were doing a panel and somebody was like, he's in this divine feminine energy right now, Drake. I just thought that was so funny because that's low-key kind of what it's giving here. You know, King of Cups, they may get in their feelings, but they're not going to show it. But no, the Queen of Cups, they will show. They're very expressive when it comes to their emotions. A King of Cups, they're not gonna be expressive. Where a Queen of Cups, though, oh yeah. And I think it's very obvious that he is a little bit hurt with his feelings. Okay, he was just on a stream, with some guy, the blonde hair guy. I don't even know his fucking name, but he was just on a stream, still throwing a little bit of shade, like Drake, like. You make it very obvious that your feelings are hurt, because if it wasn't about the song or you didn't feel a way, like why are you still throwing shots or throwing little slight shade all this time later, you know, on some random person's fucking stream? No, the guy's probably not random. I just don't know who the fuck he was, but he was on some streamer's page and was throwing like light shade, you know? And he said the rap game is weird now. Drake, why is it weird now? Now it doesn't benefit you the way that you like it to. Now it's weird. You know what I'm saying? The industry's always been fucking weird if that's the case. You know what I mean? This is not just new to you. Or it's not just new because of you. You know what I mean? The industry's been on funny, shady shit forever. Forever and a day. So it's not nothing new. And it goes to show, if you're putting this stuff in a lawsuit, talking about payola, bots, and all that, how would you even know? You know what I'm saying? Did somebody there at the label tell you that's what was happening? Obviously not, because again, in the petition, he didn't have any fucking names or dates or dollar amounts, nothing about who was paid what for what reasons. No. So did somebody tell you that? Or because you know the game, you know how the shit works, you know the tactics that they use to help boost artists, and now you don't like it because it wasn't working for you. That's low-key what it's kind of giving here, you know? It's like, how the fuck did you even know that they were doing that? If it didn't happen for you at one point, or somebody didn't, or somebody had to have told you. You know what I mean? How the fuck else did you know that was happening, allegedly? You know? Why is this here? And I don't know about you guys, but that Not Like Us record was every fucking where, like everywhere. Radio, like they're playing it at fucking HBCUs. Like, I mean, people genuinely like the song. And what kills me is like, did Drake just assume or not think that Kendrick Lamar was ever possible to make a bigger hit than him, or a song that people liked more than his? It just had to be fucking bots. It just had to be the label trying to extort you, right? It just couldn't be that Kendrick is an actual good artist and we like the fucking music. No way, not possible. You know what I mean? That's low-key what it's giving. Again, inflated ego. Why is energy here? Yeah, the King of Swords is showing up. That's so funny, because I was just talking about Kendrick, but this is not giving me Kendrick's energy right now. At least I'm not picking it up. If I was, I would say it, but it's not really giving that. But you have the King of Swords, the Five of Cups, then I have the Ace of Swords and the Strength card. Okay? So again, they do like want to work with him again. They don't mind working with him again. I do see that lawyers with this King of Swords is like a lawyer or a judge, somebody who's in charge behind the scenes, right? A truth teller. But it just kind of is giving me, like, with this Ace of Swords here too, it's like, we were already in talks. You're holding back, Drake. You're not happy with what we had to offer with this Five of Cups, okay? They're viewing him as somebody, they're viewing him like this. Someone who's upset, who's hurt, who's mad, okay, with this Five of Cups. It's like being depressed, sad, not too satisfied whatsoever, not happy. Looking at the glass half empty versus half full. The Strength card is to talk about courage, confidence, or literally holding back, okay? Cool, calm, and collected. So it's like, Drake, like we've been trying to get with you or negotiate with you and make things work and have a victory and a win together with this Ace of Swords, but you're holding back. Like, you're holding back because you're upset about what we have to offer or what we had to say. It's kind of what it's giving here. You know? It seems like with this Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, that's like they don't mind, possibly, allegedly, like taking this to court. But at the same time, I just don't feel like UMG wants their name attached to any of this stuff at all. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just go ahead and settle, but it's going to be a sad day in Drake land if they do that. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be on his ass if they just give him a settlement and that's it. Why is this here? Four of Wands. What is this? This Queen of Wands is here. So it's like, yeah, they know that he's a very strong talent. He's very important. It's almost like, you know, they kind of feel like they need him in a way, but at the same time, they really don't. Because if they needed him, right? And again, with the way that Drake is saying things, the way he's setting the play up, if they needed him, they wouldn't have greenlit Kendrick Lamar's music or playlisted it or botted it to make it the next big thing, right? So I agree with that. Like, I don't think they want to pay him as much, but it doesn't mean that they don't want to pay him any money at all, because they do. I just don't think it's not as much as he would like, or that how much he sees fit, you know? Four of Wands, we talk about reconciliations, parties, gatherings, weddings, okay? harmony, getting back together, reunions. And you have this Queen of Wands here, someone who's very passionate or very talented, very good at what they do for the most part. Okay. It's Leo energy. I think I said that earlier. I believe Drake's rising sign, his ascendant is a Leo. Actually, I have 2 Leo energies here with the Strength card. So it's like they're viewing him as somebody who is like feeling very confident in this case, but I think he's going to end up being very disappointed with this 5 of Cups. Why is this here? 7 of Wands. Yeah, they're going to like defend themselves, it seems like, with this 7 of Wands. That could be talking about creating boundaries or standing your ground, fighting for yourself. And they are viewing Drake as that, obviously, someone who's fighting back, right? Trying to stand their ground. Again, blockages. Yeah, it's very strange. It's interesting because it's like, Drake, we would love to work with you. We want to get back on the same page, but if this is how you're going to do things, we will make it very hard for you to come up out of this grave that you're digging yourself in. You know? Like, part of me sees them going to court with this, like fighting him back in court. But at the same time, it's like, again, just to keep their name not connected to anything like this circulating around the media, they may just settle for real and then come after his ass after that. Again, the same way they did Michael Jackson, the same way they did him. I hate to say it like that because I really feel like Michael Jackson, he owned damn near half of Sony. Okay, this is not the same level here with Drake. Okay, he doesn't own half of UMG or anything like that. But no, Michael Jackson had the Beatles catalog, and that's worth a lot of fucking money. So, and he wasn't backing down, calling Sony and Tommy Mottola the devil on national television. It's like, you can't just do that and then expect us not to come back, to fight back or come back the way we know how. And that would be the media games, industry bullshit tactics, make you look crazy, make you look like a drug addict, or put bad shit out there about you in the media, expose your shit that you have behind the scenes like a Diddy, okay? Because these people knew what Diddy was doing this whole time. It was just the most convenient time to release the shit about Diddy because of what happened. You know, with the whole lawsuit and the alcohol. This is definitely giving me like a Diddy 2.0 for sure. So don't be surprised if you start seeing disparaging shit about Drake out there, articles, some type of video being released. I don't know about what, but I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there goes the King of Cups showing up anyway. There goes the King of Cups. It's strange because it's like, you know, it's almost as if, again, before Not Like Us, it wasn't about that. They've been trying to negotiate with Drake to get each other on the same page. It's just as if like they inadvertently used Kendrick Lamar, or it seems like that optically, that they used Kendrick Lamar to like dethrone Kendrick and devalue him. But they already felt he was devalued before that, before they even heard the damn song. So, Drake, I get the fight you're fighting, but again, you guys, he's not some fucking martyr. He doesn't really give a fuck that much about what other people got going on. This is not about the integrity of the artist after Drake is long and gone. This is not about that. This is about him and only him. Simple as that. And again, let I tell you, King of Cups, they can get in their fucking feelings for real. You know, it's giving me like, you know, I'm going to try to act unbothered. I'm going to act stone cold faced with this King of Swords, but low key, no, I'm really in my feelings for real. You know, and it's kind of giving like, you know, Drake, he may not know what to do because, damn, if I don't work out or if I don't get a deal with my label, what am I going to do? Is shit going to hit the same if I go independent, blah, 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 blah. But you shouldn't be worried about that, right? You're Drake. You're the biggest thing since sliced bread. You should be able to sell with or without a label. So who gives a fuck if the label wants you back or not, right? You're Drake. So that's my biggest problem with this. I'm not even gonna lie. You know? And it's like they feel like he's fighting back because he's in his feelings. And again, like he's the one not coming to terms with the negotiations with UMG it's giving. And I don't say, and again, I already mentioned this, UMG is not fucking innocent. They are not like the end all be all. The music business has been shady since the beginning of fucking time, before Drake was even a thought, okay? Drake was still in that fucking wheelchair on Degrassi, and UMG was a shady fucking company, okay? All of them. You know, but I will say this, they are not, it doesn't seem like they were trying to snake him for real. They were already in talks way before this Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us shit, and it seems like they felt like he was already devalued beforehand. You know, it just so happened, well, you know, you got a problem with Kendrick, sure, we'll greenlight all the songs. We don't give a damn. We can make money from both ends, sure. And then they used that to see what would happen, how things would play out with Drake, and it kind of just made it worse. Not because, oh, you know, let's call up Kendrick and use him to knock down Drake. No, that's your biggest breadwinner, Drake. So that literally would not make any sense to get rid of somebody who's been creating you millions of dollars for years for just one moment with a Kendrick Lamar who's not even fucking signed to them for real. You know what I mean, guys? I really hope that makes sense. Hey, why is this here, please? Knight of Wands. Oops. Page of Wands. Yeah, it's like even with someone who's like immature, it's like you don't get what you want, so it's like now you want to run away and get on your high horse about shit and complain with this Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is someone who's very fickle, in and out, in and out, in and out. You know, it's like they say one thing and then they may do another. Again, I get that energy with Drake a lot. Not just with this reading, but any reading I've done with Drake. Very fickle. He'll tell you one thing and then do a fucking another and then pull out like with days being left, like before you were obligated to do something with him, he's nowhere to be found all of a sudden. Oh, I don't want to do it anymore. You know, that doesn't suit me right now. Never mind. Fuck the contract I signed 3 months ago. Like, Drake, you can't just do that. And again, it's like they see him as like, you know, we are the boss daddy, you are the son. We are the plantation owners, you are the plantation worker. No matter how much money you make off of us, you will always be that. Okay? It's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah. And it's giving like, okay, Drake, if you can't get with it, then get lost. You know? It would be a very huge loss to UMG, yes. But in the same breath, it's kind of like they feel like they're dealing with someone who's turned into a monster anyway. So it's like, maybe I'm hearing cut our losses. We could cut our losses dealing with him. You know? And this guy thinks he's going to one-up us and play in our face. With a lawsuit? Absolutely not. Embarrass us? Oh, no. You know what I mean? So I get it, Drake. I get it. But if this was all about money, you could have came after them a long time ago. Like, for real. You were not just in negotiations the last only 6 months with UMG. Stop it. Okay? You didn't just all of a sudden have a bad negotiation deal or a negotiation conference with UMG because of Not Like Us. Stop it. It's not, no. No. You were already having issues with them as far as trying to get the money you want or you feel like you deserve. But I feel like UMG doesn't really trust that he can recoup such a large amount that he's asking for. You know what I mean? Not to say that he couldn't, but they probably just don't feel like he could, especially with how things turned out after the whole Euphoria, Meet the Grams, how people were actually enjoying the records, okay? Because the labels, they see all of that. People commenting, the music reactions that people post on YouTube, all of that. The Twitter spaces, Instagram, the conversations, they see all of that. So they took that into account as well. But they already, you know, saw less of a value in you before all of this, Drake. So it's not because of this Not Like Us stuff. You know what I mean? Like, stop. You feel a way about the song. You didn't like how they didn't protect you. Like, you wanted to be like a fucking Taylor Swift. You thought they were your friends, and they're not. And now you're mad about it, you know? And now you want to try to expose them for the same tactics that helped you your whole fucking career. You know? It's not right. It's not right on both ends, for real. It's really not. Okay, look at this. Ten of Swords in the Tower. I'm telling you, Drake, if you... he's going to dig his own fucking grave. Okay? Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords. They're seeing the internet chatter. They're seeing all of this. Didn't I just tell you, like, they try to use blackmail against him for something that's, like, recorded or on camera? That's low-key what I'm getting here. Like, they are going to absolutely swiper the fox you, Drake. You thought these were your friends? These people at this label? Mm-mm. And I really hate to say this, but I just wouldn't be surprised if they really try to take this man out. Not physically, but media-wise, publicly. Okay? Like, okay, Kendrick, he did a good job, but you thought he hurt your... He thought Kendrick hurt him? Oh no, wait till these labels get a piece of you, Drake. And I really fucking hate to say that, you know, I really do, but it's kind of like he dug his own grave, low-key. You know? And it's like these people are already, I feel like, plotting, strategizing. How are we going to get out of this? Or what are we going to do next? And what is next for Drake? Because after this, you know, they want you back now. But after this, they probably don't, Drake. You know, you did this. And you won't take the money we're trying to offer you. And then you're going to try to spin the narrative like we were trying to snake you. It's giving more so like Drake wanted to get out of this deal. So this is his way of doing it. Well, they're not going to do what I want, so fuck it. I don't want to deal with them anyway. Oh, well, I'm out of here then. But it's giving like, it's maybe a little hard for him to get out of this just so easily because he may still kind of owe them a little bit of money or something. If he doesn't, then that's great. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. He may owe them some money. I'm hearing checks and balances. Maybe not a whole lot, again, because he did release a couple of projects. He had that really big tour, okay? He made like $300 million off that tour. So he may not owe them a whole lot of money, but it's giving like, you know what? I'd rather just get out of my contract completely. And this is how I have to do it. Because maybe they'll just give up and maybe they'll just let me go if I threaten them or scare them with this petition for a lawsuit or whatever, you know? Whew, but yeah, this was a lot. And Drake, it's not right to try to paint it out the picture to make it seem like they don't want to pay you. When they do want to pay you, it's just not the exact dollar amount you want. Okay, if that's how you feel, then go on your merry way. Pay these people the money you owe them. Go independent and do Drake-like things, okay? Because Drake is always supposed to be the number one person, right? The number one rapper in the world. So prove that. You don't fucking need the label, right? Show us. You know, I'm rooting for you, Drake. For real, I'm rooting for you. But, I mean, you can't bite the hand that feeds and then try to, like, snake them as well. You can't do that. They're going to absolutely have their day with you. Publicly. You know? This is absolutely, I feel like, going to be a Diddy 2.0. I'm not even going to hold you guys. Whew, this was a lot, but let me know what you guys feel. Let me know what you guys know. Again, keep it respectful in the comments if you can help it. That's all I ask. This is an open space for conversation, whether you like Kendrick, whether you like Drake, whatever the fuck it is. I hope Nicki doesn't defend him at all, because it seems like whenever Nicki is in a situation, Drake is nowhere to be fucking found, or Wayne, never anywhere to be fucking found when Nicki is going through something. So please, Nicki, please don't jump into this. Please let him fight this and lick his wounds on his own, okay? Because he's never defended you, okay? But I'm gonna leave this reading here. This is kind of a lot. Thank you guys so much for tapping in with me and for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't shoot the fucking messenger, y'all. Please, you don't like what I'm saying, just click off the video. Don't shoot the messenger, gang, okay? I love you guys. But thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.